Hi, Kateri here, Leo Tunapika. So as you can tell from the title of the video, this is gonna be something different. Since I'm the one who does most of the cooking at home, I figured how about to do something different? I share with you what I cook in a week. So disclaimer, or maybe disclaimer, let's just get it out of the way. I am not one to make a meal menu per week. So I cook based on what's there or what I've been craving, or if I'm planning a meal, maybe I plan like 2 days in advance. For example, if I want to eat fish, so I plan like 2 days in advance to source the fish. Other than that, I just go by what I'm feeling like cooking. Anyway, let's get started. On Monday, I made Njahi burger with paprika fries. I first started with making the burger buns because I have recently decided to be making my own buns whenever I make burgers. I know, quite a task, but this recipe promises you to have buns in under 1 hour. So it's usually called the 40-minute burger buns. I love it because it's easy to do and you don't need to proof the dough twice. So if you're in a hurry and you want fresh buns, you can just follow this recipe. I've left the link in the description bar. So here I am just kneading the dough, working that gluten in the flour so that the buns form beautifully. And after kneading the dough for some time, I will divide the dough. I normally aim for about 10 burger buns so that at least everyone gets to eat at least 2. And here I am dividing them. After dividing them, I'll form them into spherical balls so that when they cook beautifully. So there it is, forming them just using my surface. So this is how you do it. You take your dough ball, pinch it, bring it together, pinch it at the bottom, then the pinched side, let it touch the surface, a non-floured surface. Then between your thumb and index finger, cup the dough ball, rotating it just to ensure it gets that perfect spherical shape until that sort of hole at the bottom fills up. So do this for all the buns and then prepare an egg wash. So this can be a mixture of egg and water or egg and milk. Brush it on top of the buns. This gives the buns a nice, beautiful, glossy finish. I also topped it off with some sesame seeds. These are totally optional. You don't have to do it. So as the buns were waiting to go into the oven, I started preparing my potatoes. Here I am just peeling my potatoes for the fries, cutting them up for fries. So as this is happening, my oven is also preheating. And I also started prepping for the patties, the Njahi patties. So they are my pre-cooked Njahi. I'm mincing some red onion, finely mincing because I'll put them in the Njahi together with some garlic. I used my garlic press for this. And then I added some mixture of spices. Unfortunately, I don't yet have a recipe for this because it's currently in development for a project that I'm working on. But yes, so after that, just form the Njahi into beautiful patties. Yeah. Since this is not meat, the size you make is what they'll cook. They won't shrink. So here are my buns, fresh from the oven. Look how beautiful they look. Glorious. So just set them aside. Here I am cooking the fries. So I'm doing the twice fry method. So the first fry to cook the inside, the second fry to crisp them up. I've also toasted the buns, and on the other side of the cooker, that's my husband. He's cooking up the Njahi patties in readiness for the assembly. Also, I forgot to show, but I also made some guacamole and coleslaw that went with the burgers. So just here, this is just the waiting game. Children were busy asking for food, but we were almost done. So with this, now we'll start with assembling the burgers. So I just put the burgers, the coleslaw, the guacamole, and served it with the fries and gave it to my child. So on Tuesday, I made the quintessential R&B, rice and beans and French beans. I used yellow beans. I love them because they are creamy and so delicious. So I started first with preparing the rice. I was out of my basmati rice, but I did have some short grain rice. So here I am just removing the chaff. I wanted to clean the rice and then set it aside as I am preparing the ingredients for the beans curry. So yeah, just me cleaning up the rice. Here I am chopping up the onions for the curry. I don't normally mise en place. I just prepare ingredients as I go. So, and then I'll also slice up the ginger and garlic as I put it in my mortar and pestle in readiness for the sophoria. In a large sufuria, add some vegetable oil in with the onions, let them cook until softened. On the other side, I'm also toasting up some cumin seeds because I was making cumin rice to go with my yellow beans curry. In, I added the garlic and the ginger, so you're supposed to cook that until fragrant. Ensure not to burn any of the garlic or ginger, it makes the food just bitter. And then I added an array of spices. So when I'm making curry, my go-to spices are usually turmeric powder, curry powder, sometimes coriander powder, and of course salt and pepper. So here, whenever you add the spices, just let them cook a bit so that they sort of bloom, their flavor is incorporated. I also added some tomato paste because I did not have enough tomatoes, so I added some tomato paste to just supplement. So there, just cook off the tomato paste. Then, yeah, some black pepper. I love freshly cracked. In goes the fresh tomatoes. Stir, then cover, and yeah, let them cook. Magic, they're done. So once the tomatoes are done, I'll go in with my beans. So I usually, oh, before that, some dhania stalks. Then in I go with the yellow beans. So before I add any liquid, I usually like to cook the beans with a masala sauce that has been created. And then I go in with the liquid. So you can use water, coconut milk. I only had water, so that's what I used over here. So just let that cook. I set it on the back burner so that I use the front burner to saute my French beans. So I added some oil, some onion and garlic, and then I added some French beans. I usually have frozen French beans on hand, so I just get them out straight from the freezer, add them there, and there, the meal was almost done. So my daughter has eaten more than half of the French beans. Yeah. So Wednesday was a long day, so I didn't shoot me preparing the food, but this is what I cooked. So unfortunately, I was only able to record 3 days of the week. So yeah, the rest of the days got a bit hectic. I wanted to show you from Monday to Friday. I hope to do this again. And before that, I'm just curious. Is this something you'd like to see me showcase once in a while? Please let me know in the comment section. And yeah, I'd be very grateful. Otherwise, from me, Gatweri, Kwaheri. Oh, and guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. We are almost getting to 5K subscribers. I'm hoping to get to 10K by the end of the year. So please do subscribe. It's free to do so. And don't forget to leave this video a thumbs up. Bye.